Hello and welcome, I am your host Tyrant, and today we were supposed to be restoring a vintage Gameboy DMG. It was supposed to be broken and it was supposed to be in some pretty bad shape. However, when I received it, it was in pretty good condition. The inside was kind of immaculate. So today's video is more of a cleaning than a restoration. Yeah, I guess sometimes these things happen. Let's get started. So let's just jump right into this build. So as I said before, this originally was supposed to be like completely broken and in not good condition. But when it arrived, it wasn't working. To be fair, when it arrived, it wasn't working. But the fix turned out to be something so incredibly simple and easy, it might as well have been working. So the first thing I did was grab a tri-wing screwdriver and start removing all the screws from the back of the case. After that was done, I would gently remove the back of the case. Now there is a ribbon cable connecting both the front and the back half of the Game Boy, so just simply pull that out of the way. Now as you can see already, the inside of this thing was in incredible condition. Now this is all original and these parts haven't been cleaned or anything, I checked. So I just went around removing all the screws that I could find so I could start to remove the parts. Now for the front, the glue is just so old that basically the protector, the plastic protector of the screen just snapped off. If anybody knows how to remove the residue of the glue on the actual case, I would love to know. I couldn't get it off, it's really on there. The LCD itself, the actual screen, is in really good condition. It's got some burning around the edges, but it doesn't need to be replaced. All the rubber pads are quite dirty. So what I'm going to do is start to clean the parts. Now, I'm going to clean all the rubber contacts, the buttons, and of course the case itself. Now as you can see, I'm just using some soapy water and a toothbrush. First I'm going to clean off all the little silicone parts, all the dirt and grime that's built up from the years of use. Then I'm going to throw in the plastic parts and the main case and get scrubbing. Now a lot of the dirt and buildup on this case was just purely cosmetic. Nothing really wrong with in terms of like scratches or damage. Obviously there's some really small ones around the edges, but for the most part the front and back are in really good condition. Now, this Game Boy didn't actually come with a battery cover, so I'm going to be using an aftermarket battery cover, and the D-pad is incredibly worn down, so I will use a aftermarket D-pad as well. So, it turns out the culprit of why the Game Boy wasn't turning on was actually the battery connectors. They had corroded, so no power was being provided to the unit because they weren't making a proper connection. So if you scrape away a little bit of the build-up on the battery connectors, all of a sudden the Game Boy turns on. Yes, that was the whole main issue. Electronically speaking, it's perfectly fine, in great condition, works perfectly good. It was just that very simple fix. I guess the equivalent of just blowing onto the cartridge type deal. So in terms of aftermarket parts on this cleaning, I would say there is battery connectors, the battery contacts are aftermarket, the battery cover is aftermarket. Also the D-pad was incredibly worn. All of the texturing on the D-pad was worn off, so that is aftermarket as well. And I think that's everything. And then the last thing that's aftermarket is the actual plastic screen protector cover, because the original one was very scratched and very damaged. So a new one of them, they only cost a couple dollars. And this Game Boy is looking in absolutely fantastic condition. Now, I'm not one to complain because I didn't pay very much for this. Like, genuinely, I only paid 20 bucks, 30 bucks. It was something very, very cheap because it wasn't supposed to be working. But it turned out that this thing was in crazy good condition, both on the outside and the inside. Just minor cleaning was required. Now, when reassembling, you got to make sure you get that ribbon cable back, put all the screws back. In terms of Game Boy, like if you actually have a damaged DMG, like you want to restore it, this one is a really easy one to restore. It's simple, the electronics are simple, there's not many screws. It's really, really a good project to start with in terms of restoration. But yeah, that's what this one was. A little bit of a cleaning video. There are some things that I will like to get. I'll like to get a new screen cover because the grey one that I had on hand wasn't right. Doesn't really match, but I don't mind. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Playing a little bit of Pokemon now. Thanks for watching. The next one, hopefully, because I have ordered another one, hopefully the next one will be a restoration and it won't just be a cleaning. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.